Hi, I'm John Evans. Welcome to the PIC Connection. We are going to have a lot of fun today, so you don't want to go away. We will be on 2 locations today. The first location is in Monessen. We will be taking a look at a vacant lot that's going to be turned into a beautiful garden with Tammy O and her students. And then we're going to come up here to Greensburg and talk with Julia Sefcik and see all the wonderful things she's doing with youth programs here in Greensburg. So stay with us. You are really going to enjoy this show. We're going to have a lot of fun. So let's go.
I want to thank all of you for coming today. What I want to do is introduce a partnership that we have here in the Monessen community. Last year, the Private Industry Council submitted a grant to the Sprout Foundation. The Sprout Foundation, I just want to tell you a little bit about what they do so you can understand the reason for our project. What we do is we got the Spring Biodiversity Grant, and the Spring is a program of the Sprout Fund supporting local biodiversity initiatives that inspire greater stewardship of our region's natural resources. Supported by the Pittsburgh Foundation, Spring catalyzes community-based projects that positively impact biodiversity in Pittsburgh and the surrounding communities of southwestern Pennsylvania. So we submitted a grant to do a community garden here in Monessen. Our partners in this project are the Family Center, Kim and Judy and the Family Center, Lieutenant Sue, and the Salvation Army. And also we wanted to thank the DJ who is with the
American Medical Community Foundation.
American Medical Community Foundation. And again, without his help in donating or allowing us to use the land here, I'm not really sure where we would have planted our garden. So not only did he donate the land for us to use, he also prepared prepared the soil, which really would have been probably a couple of days of me and some of my staff down here rototilling the land. So again, we can't thank him enough for his contribution. I also want to take some time to introduce some special guests that we have here today. We have my staff. I have Julia Sefcik, who is our youth specialist. She worked with the kids all week. I have Tim Yorkeson, who's the president and CEO of Private Industry Council. We have Lieutenant Sue from the Salvation Army.
Angela DeBart from the American Medical Community Foundation.
Angela DeBart.
DJ's wife.
Oh, this is DJ's wife. Okay, yes. Thank you so much.
DJ has a wife.
Chase. And then we have State Representative Ted Harhide. We have your Mayor, Mary Jo Smith. Yeah, she's right there. We also have a Westmoreland County Commissioner, Chuck Anderson. And Terry Campbell, our Vice President of Operations. And did I miss anybody else? I hope not. Susan from Hope and Life. Chase, stop. So again, I want to thank all of you for coming, and I want to give the kids an opportunity to tell you a little bit about what they did this week. Well, let me tell you first of all the activities that they did, and then they can tell you specifically how they felt about them. On Monday, I was here on Monday. It was really, really hot, but what we did was we went over with the kids, or Julia prepared an activity with the kids where she went over all of the plants that they were planting, specifically how far in the ground the seeds had to go, how far apart the seeds had to be each other in planting, and how to care for the seeds. So we had about 30 to 50 kids here working in the garden. And I tell you what, it was the most exciting event that I've ever been at. I was so impressed to see these little ones remember everything that Julia told them, tell them how far apart they had to be, how far in the ground. They were so excited. It was amazing. The only thing I had to say was keep the hose on the ground, because a lot of times I saw rake and hose above the head. But really, honestly, it was amazing to see these kids work in the garden. The second day, the kids learned how to compost, and they had Master Gardener from Penn State Cooperative Extension come in. On the third day, they did recycling, and they had Waste Management come in and talk about recycling, and also bring in, I think, the worm composting. So the kids really like that too. I personally would have liked to have seen that, but I guess they had all kinds of worms here in the composting, so the kids thought that was pretty exciting. On the fourth day, they had 4-H come in and talk about pollination and also how to make food from the things that they were having in the garden. So they made salsa. And then the last day, they did the scarecrows here and the mobiles, and they also did bird feeders that are throughout the garden. So the kids really had a lot of activities, and I believe it really kept them busy. And one thing that I'm glad to say is we really actually do have sprouts coming up. So in 1 week's time, in less than 1 week actually, the kids are able to see the efforts of their labor. So they do have, from seeds, they have sprouts coming up. So we are really excited about that.
I've always said that this is our retirement money going into the community. DJ, he's an extremely generous man, and we are so married to the city of Monessen. It's a blessing to have lived here. We've moved on. We continue to keep our roots here because there's so many good people in Monessen, and we always enjoy hanging out with each and every one. The kids are great here. I came to day camp on Friday. We made scarecrows. Have your kids point out the ones they made because it was a lot of fun to make them, and I hope you had the opportunity to come back at harvest time in October to see the fruits of the kids' labor and to have a good time yourselves at the festivals. Thanks.
I don't know if Chuck or Ted want to come up and say a few words. This is Chuck Anderson. He's a Westmoreland County Commissioner.
Well, you know, it's really a pleasure to be down here. And it's all about the kids. You know, I remember when I was about this age, and my grandfather was teaching me how to plant things. And I remember him on a board putting in onion sets. And he was going in and he was putting them down exactly the way it was supposed to be done. And I was going along and the board right behind him, pulling them out. And and he got to the end of the row and turned around to look back to see how they were going. And boy, was I in trouble. And I learned a lot about planting stuff that day. Now, this is wonderful. As they say, it's all about the kids. It's all about having fun. And you're going to have a lot more fun when this stuff gets bigger and you can start to eat it.
Yeah.
Now, that's the good stuff. So, but it's really a pleasure to be here and to see this. It teaches the kids about community involvement and how you can make your community a better place. So thanks for what you're doing. Thanks for everything here today. Thanks. Great being with you tonight. Thanks.
Thanks, Chuck. Ted?
Well, I never planted anything, but I'm sure going to be happy to eat some salsa and everything else that comes from it. I'm not only proud to be from Monessen, I'm also proud to be a member of the Private Industry Council Board with our President Tim Yerkeson being here and staff and Tammy and of course Angela and her husband DJ. And my main thing today is I want to stress how much DJ Dejanovic has given back to Monessen, he and his wife. Tons and tons and tons of things, and it always seems to end with fireworks, and I think DJ does that selfishly for himself. It just happens to benefit the kids and everybody else, and we big kids. But we can't thank you enough, Angela, and please convey that to DJ. And also, as a proud member of the Private Industry Council and one of the many organizations involved with the Salvation Army, et cetera, I'm just honored to be here and proud to say that they're doing a great job, and these are the fruits of their efforts. And it all starts right here to my right with these little guys doing a great job. And I just want to thank everyone that had any input into this and all your help, and probably ends up being fun, but it's a lot of work too. Again, thank you all for coming out today too. We appreciate that. Thanks again.
I just want to say that, you know, our role is done as Private Industry Council. We came in and we did the program for the week and got the garden started. And we're going to be back to do a couple more things with the kids, but really it is up to, you know, Sue and her staff here to maintain the garden. And I really don't think we have any concerns about that, because if you all remember on Tuesday when we got that really heavy rain here, in Monessen, the kids still wanted to come out and water the garden. So I don't think we're going to have any concerns about the kids taking care of the garden and maintaining the garden throughout the summer. In the end, when things do start to come up and they're ready to harvest, they'll decide who they want to give those vegetables to. So collectively, they'll decide where they want them to go. So again, it's giving back to the community, and we're we're really looking forward to watching this project throughout the rest of the summer. And I was saying earlier that I hope that this is something that they're going to sustain year to year. I mean, the equipment's here, the rain barrel, the composting box. They have the equipment, and hopefully they could either maybe go back to Sprouts for additional funding next year, or maybe get somebody in the community to help donate what they would need to continue this project. I really think the kids enjoyed it. We couldn't have done it without our partnerships, and I'm very, very grateful. So now we're going to do the ribbon cutting just to kind of end our our ceremony and celebrate the community garden. So I'm trying to decide who's going to do this.
You want to help out?
Yeah, you guys want to help out?
Oh yeah.
Okay, and then you have to give the scissors back.
He says I can.
Who said you can't? I don't know, Chase. You may be able to help him with the ribbon cutting.
No, Chase.
Chase can help. Okay. All right. You guys want to
Back up.
And it just puts that button.
Okay, you ready? Where's Ted? Okay, Chase.
Where do you want to cut?
On the other side.
You're gonna cut this thing. Are you gonna cut it?
You guys gonna help?
You guys all hold my hand. How's this? All right,
Wait a second.
everybody hold my
Side on this side.
Wait, we got one more. Hang on.
Wait a minute, we're waiting for Ted.
We're not gonna cut it yet.
Here, you can help me cut.
There we go. You
Okay,
ready?
just watch your fingers
Hold
there.
on here.
You got it on there?
You're gonna do it. You ready? 1, 2, 3. All right. Cut.
Thank
Here,
you.
let me cut that
Things are
in half. Get another piece.
Hi, I'm John.
Hi, I'm Diane. And I'm Bobbitt. And you're watching the PIC Connection.
Visit the Private Industry Council website at www.privateindustrycouncil.com. We offer employer services, SAGE skills assessment, personal services, basic workplace skills, government procurement assistance program, customized job training, employer tax incentives, homeless prevention and rapid rehousing programs, welfare programs, and pathways out of poverty, services, training and certifications, eligibility, pathways for employers and pathways for partners, education, adult education services, education and technology, youth services, early childhood development, the Head Start of Fayette County, Dads Matter, pre-K counts, Steve Corson's newsletters, community benefits such as the PIC Connection, Telecommunication Center, community technology, links, contact information, the message board, and job openings. The Private Industry Council of Westmoreland Fayette, where needs are met, goals are reached. You can also find the Private Industry Council of Westmoreland Fayette on Facebook. Just search Private Industry Council for updates and information.
Welcome to the PIC Connection. Once again, I'm John Evans, and with me right now is Julia Sefcik. Julia is a youth specialist for the Private Industry Council. Julia, thanks so much for coming on the show today.
Thanks for coming out today, John, to see our concluding day of our YouCube program.
Fantastic. Hey, Julia, for our viewers, what's going to happen today?
Well, you're going to get to see a lot of different projects be tested today. You're going to get to see us launch our hot air balloons, launch our water bottle rockets. You're going to get to see our pasta bridge competition, our duct tape fashion show, and you're also going to get to see our robotics competition.
The duct tape fashion show.
Yes, it's going to be interesting.
Wow. Viewers, you want to stay for that because that sounds pretty interesting. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at these shows.
Yeah, well, actually, it's plug the tape, we can't get it, but yeah, plug the tape. They don't use it. It's cartridge.
Hi, I'm Julia Sefchek. I'm the Youth Specialist for the Private Industry Council, and we're here today on June 30th to test the products that the kids made in the YouCube program. The YouCube program is a career exploration program for students who are interested in careers in the STEM fields, science, technology, engineering, and math. And we're going to be testing a couple of our products. So we're outside on this beautiful sunny day, and we're going to test our hot air balloons and then our water bottle rockets. Thank you.
We're going to put your balloon over this, and then I'm going to hold it, or you're going to hold it up at the top and at the ring, and as it starts filling up, it'll expand, and whenever it's trying to come out of your hand, you're going to let it go, and then it should fly off, okay?
Okay.
So first, let's get it on. Right now I've got the heat at a low, so we have no worries of being burnt. And in your case, yours is just a little small, so we're going to just going to try and slide it down a bit.
That's the rocket, the water rocket.
Okay. Now just hold it like that.
I think it's that big enough.
Huh? Should be over that one side.
I think it's that big enough. Yeah, it's small. It's okay.
I give it 5 to 10 minutes.
Is it coming out on the sides over there? It's filling up.
You might have to give it a good push with it. It'll start going by itself. Give it a push with it.
Yeah, it wouldn't fit around it.
There you go.
So, okay, and some of them don't always take off. Well, unfortunately, got it. Okay. It's also a rather warm day with How hard is the crowd to push up on you? Okay. On 3, we're going to pick it up from the bottom and let it go. Grab the bottom now. Don't worry, it's on perfect. 1, 2, 3. That's a high flyer. There's a high flyer. Cheating. There we go. We got a good one.
Not yet.
Another good one. Can he catch it? Yes, he can catch it. That one's gonna get some distance.
Amanda, go catch it! Climb a tree!
Alright, gotta do it again.
Run real fast!
If it goes
I wanna see where it's going. Hold on.
that's actually good. He's got shoes on.
Oh, big wall for one time!
Oh, the wind's catching it. Okay, so who's gonna go up next for a second round? Okay. That's a good one right there. You're gonna hold the top, and I'm gonna tongue you, and then I'll hold the bottom, and then whenever it starts trying to take off, I'll pound it. Just hold the top. I gotta hold the top. I'll hold the bottom. Just hold the top. 6 more seconds, and then I'll need your help getting it off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And it's up! Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Be yours, Amanda.
Yeah.
Keep going. For height, I think it'd be yours. I don't think it did.
Run to it.
Run! Come on, Beaver, run!
Run, Justin.
And never say never!
Okay. Hello, my name is Christopher Barner. Last year I was a YouCube participant. This year I am an aide for the fact that I love the program that much. This year we are actually going to be doing hot air balloons. We have done that in a couple years prior, and this year we're going to be starting a new one. It is the H2O rockets. What it involves is that they take ordinary average bottles like this Pepsi bottle, they empty it out, they put some cardboard fins on the side of it, put a cone around it, and then put a nozzle that'll stick up, making a rocket out of it. Afterwards, we'll put half of it full of water, and then we're going to put it on here, hook this pump up to it, and put it up to 80 psi, and then we'll launch it off and watch it fly, and then eventually come back down.
This shoe's good.
See, here's what our issue is. This needs a clip right around there.
It's going too hard. It's gonna maybe clip a little better.
How much space is there between the bottom of it and the...
Don't need to touch me with your bottle.
Our problem is it's not tightening around
Stop
it.
touching me with it!
2 liter.
It's supposed to be
It's
1 liter.
been all the way through like that.
I'm not doing anything. It's
See,
Molly. There's a
at
bee.
least it has
Stop
kind of a
paddling.
seal.
Well,
See, when there's pressure on it, you might
You want me to start pumping?
Okay, go ahead.
put the whole thing on top.
Wait, Chris, yeah.
I'm gonna take
So it might work.
Wait. Okay, back up, guys. Back up.
Guys, back up.
Put the bag up.
Oh my god.
Hold it out, Julia.
Wait till she pulls that one.
Julia?
She's gonna hit me.
Oh, it pulled out.
It came out?
Oh my god. Pull the string.
It doesn't matter
Well,
now.
it's at 40.
As soon as she pulls that string up, hold it.
It's at 80. I'll hold it.
Keep going.
That's 100.
You should go.
You ready to try?
Go for it.
Go for it. I don't mind getting wet.
Alright, go ahead.
Because she pulled too hard for getting the pin out. Silly Julia.
Alright, go ahead. Try again.
Julia.
What?
You.
100. 120.
If you step out of core, you'll be
Go
fine.
ahead whenever you're ready.
Go, Chris. Go. Keep pumping. No mercy. Go.
No mercy. You might want to pull that
ready,
forward.
Paula?
That's 140 right there.
Go ahead, Paula.
Yeah, like
This one's going.
60.
Watch. It's going like an apple. Oh, it's going to go right in your face.
100.
Bust it.
120. Yes.
Wow, that really got incinerated.
All right, well, welcome everybody to the 2010-2011 Duct Tape Fashion Show. First up is Dylan and Justin, Illuminato Fuko, modeled by Justin. It shows an enlightened controlling flow of flames and beauty. The harmony is established by the outer being flames and the interior being animal, making a beautiful combination. Next up is Supervillain, designed by Aaron, modeled by Aaron. This design embodies the good and evil sides of the villain who terrorizes the world but feels guilt inside. Next is Female in Blue, designed by Taylor, modeled by Bria. Blue and silver streaks of power join to create this casually hot fest. Next, Nature is on its way, designed by Brianna and Jean, modeled Brianna and Jean. This project was designed to incorporate the two kingdoms, the
Welcome back to the PIC Connection. We certainly had a lot of fun today. I enjoyed that duct tape fashion show. Julia, how do you think of all these things?
I'm just always looking for something that's going to captivate their imagination, be educational and fun.
That's fantastic. And Julia, once again, enjoyed this so much fun. I look forward to doing it next year.
Maybe you can be one of our models.
Uh-oh, I want to do the duct tape fashion show. See you later.
Hi, I'm Tammy Ozagovich, Director of Education, and you're watching the PIC Connection.
Hello, I'm John Evans, and welcome back to the PIC Connection. Hey, we had a lot of fun on today's show. If you have any questions or comments about today's show, please email me at jevans@privateindustrycouncil.com, and I will select a few messages to read at the end of the next show. Hey, right now I do have some emails that I received from our last show. I have an email from Joey, who lives in Monessen. Joey would like to know if he could take a tour of the Douglas Education Center. Yes, Joey, you can. All you got to do is call Douglas Education, and Harry Metz, our director, will get that number up on the screen for you. Also, I have an email from Chuck, and Chuck also lives in Monessen. Chuck would like to know if he can get into the green energy field. Chuck, you'll have to call one of our case managers at the Pathway Division. I'll give you that number right now. It's 724-684. Just ask for a case manager, and they'll be able to answer any of your questions for you about the green energy field. Well, we're going to get back to the show right now, so don't go away. You are watching the PIC Connection.